So there has been a research, and it's a fact, that the entire psychiatric system is a fraud. It's a lie. You will never benefit from it. And most psychiatrists and psychologists or some type of spiritual treatments are more harmful to you than helpful. Okay, this type of treatments, they do not help you. They are harmful because they are trying to convince you something that's not there, trying to manipulate you, controlling your brain, manipulating you, and making you to follow their own rules, regulations, their own way of thinking, trying to diminish your identity, the one that you have, the one that you are born with, and the one that you were born as a unique person. When somebody's trying to convert you something or change you, that's harassment and that's abuse, That's an abuse. Again, the psychiatric system is all a fraud, and it's more harmful than helpful. You should not trust this type of individuals. Stay away from this type of organizations and doctors. Again, psychiatrists, psychologists, it's all a fraud. It was proved. It's all a lie. Stay away from medications. Come on, there are a lot of natural ways you can help yourself. Be yourself. Be the way you are. You are unique, right? So especially when it comes to Christian and spiritual and all other the Christian counselor or stuff like that, these people, they don't have license. Okay, it's so easy. I heard you can do 1 week session and you can get a license as a pastor, and it's so easy to get credentials, even fraud credentials. When it comes to religious or Christian psychiatry or psychology, it doesn't exist. There is no license for that. It's illegal. There is no license to teach you some type of a Christian psychology or psychiatry. It's funny, actually. So you have to be careful. Those individuals who claim to be Christian counselors or Christian teachers or Christian doctors, they have mental illness. They are delusional and sociopathic, narcissistic, psychopathic, because it was proved that people who are in the church are more psychopaths. In the law enforcement and the church, people are more psychopaths than anywhere else. If you want to find a psychopath and a narcissist, go to church and meet with the law enforcement. They all suffer with narcissistic, psychopathic disorders, okay? And there is no cure for that. Okay, so there is no cure for that. There is no treatment for narcissism as a psychopath. There is no treatment for that, okay? So what I'm trying to tell you, that mental health treatment is a bullshit, and these people, they suffer with severe mental illnesses. The psychologists, the psychiatrists, they all suffer from mental illness. The Christian ones are delusional, severely mentally ill, and psychopathic, narcissistic. There is no cure, there is no medicine for that. They are like that. They have a zombie blood or something. Aliens or some type of demons, they carry them inside of them. And when it comes to Christianity, you have a Bible, go buy a Bible and read it to yourself. And at the same time, you have to have critical thinking. There are some things in the Bible you don't want to apply to your life. You have to have a critical thinking, and you have to understand which part is a man-made, which part is real spiritual and comes from God, because the Bible has been changed and a lot of things don't make sense, and also people take scriptures out of context. So Do you want treatment for your mental health? You have to sleep good, eat healthy, and go ahead and do a research about what type of natural remedies, herbs, and food can make you really healthy. I'm not talking about people who are suffering with severe mental illness, people who are using drugs. That one, I'm not talking about that, but I'm telling you that there is no such thing as treatment for mental health. And people who lie to themselves and say, now we feel better because the counselor was great and she or he helped me and now I feel better. No, guys, no. Oh, trust me, there are some things that can make people feel better. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When you are poor or homeless, you are struggling financially, that causes you stress and that does affect on your mental health. You lose your happiness. If you are rich, you are a millionaire, money does bring happiness. Whoever said money doesn't bring happiness is not true. Because money does bring happiness and money solves most problems, okay? Money does bring happiness, it solves most of the problems, and it can even give you safety. If I had money, I would have safety. Money brings safety. Money buys house, money can buy health. Well, money is not gonna grow your leg or your arm. If you are injured, possibly you can have some. Maybe there is a way to do that this way. These days, the technology and everything is so great that people, they totally change their body and face. They become totally different person if you had the money. If I had the money, I wouldn't do that, okay? I wouldn't change myself, because the way I am created, I love myself and I love how I look. But I do believe exercising is a cool thing if you have the time. I don't exercise, but I go for a walk sometimes, which is the best exercise. However, I don't do that all the time. Sometimes you can exercise, it's really good stuff. Well, don't be addicted to that either. So here is the thing, guys. Again, it's a fraud. These people are fraud. They don't have any credentials, license. You cannot get a license as a Christian counselor. There is no license for that. And I can get that if I want to. If I had the money, I will buy a license as a Christian counselor. You can get it, it's easy. You can even print it on your own, go notarize. If you have people in these businesses, they will help you a lot. This is happening in America. There was a nurse, she got caught because she was practicing as a nurse without a license and ID as a nurse. She was lying. She got away with it for several years. Imagine that person was treating you without a license. That is so dangerous. And they also caught another female who said she graduated from the London University in London as a psychiatrist and psychologist, and she was treating people. It took several years, and then they found out that was a fraud, a lie. Her license was a lie, her credentials, her IDs, everything was a lie. She didn't have any ID or license to practice as a psychologist or psychiatrist. This is happening in America, and this happened like this Amy Arakelian. She's practicing without ID and license, and whatever she has is a fraud. All these things printed from Staples. She has a friend who works in notary. These people, they are all connected. These are gang mafia, drug dealers who play religion, church. It's a Syrian sex cult. It's a Lebanese Syrian sex cult. They are practicing, pretending to be somebody they are not. Again, this is a Syrian Lebanese Iraqi sex cults, and they are mafia gangs, they are ISIS, they are cartel, drug dealers, child traffickers, organ labor, sex traffickers of children, and people who are vulnerable, gullible. And these people, yeah, they practice fake fraud stuff in USA. A lot of them are fake police. A lot of them are fake teacher or doctor, even Christian counselor. Everything is a fraud about these people. Like Elia, Rakelian, her people, they are all frauds. This is why you have to be very careful. This is also happening in USA. Once people are a gang and drug dealers, they can do anything and get away with it. They have people who support them. They have all the protection in the world, and there are a lot of police who are involved. Drug dealers are not just ordinary people. Ordinary people are the buyers, okay? Drug dealers are indeed the law enforcement. Without their permission, there wouldn't be any drugs in USA, because the law enforcement is permitting that. It's going to continue, and it's going to be in the system forever. And all these children are missing in USA. So here is the thing, that's all I wanted to share. You already know, a lot of you who are smart and who have IQ, who are intelligent, you know exactly what's happening and what I'm talking about, and I'm opening your eyes, and I got to go. I hope I did mention everything at this video at this time, but have a good day, huh?